like, I'm thinking of... Hey, Charlie! Put the camera on my face! Okay, sorry for that. Like, I'm thinking about it, right? All these things about peculiar needs, like, peculiar needs, that's what they should be called, you know? Peculiar needs, not needs special. I mean, it's one thing to call yourself, it's one thing to be called special. But think of those people that don't have these peculiar needs. Aren't they special? Think about it. Think of the people who don't have special or peculiar needs. Do they have to be special? They don't need to be having something like that. Like, special needs are just... Think of those people that don't have these so-called special needs. Aren't they special? Come on. I'm special with or without Down syndrome. My girl's special. She's a real cute little honey. And she doesn't need to have a disorder. She doesn't, because she's better than that. I'm better than that. Every one of my other girlfriends are more than that. I'm surprised I put that out there. I don't need to get into my ex-girl life. People of... like, sure, people with Down syndrome or you know, wondering, it isn't a lock for life. It's a lock for like soccer tournaments. That's something to celebrate. Here's something else to celebrate. Chevrolet Day. You know, cars. Or your birthday at the A&W. That's something to celebrate. But Down Syndrome Day, unless it comes with hats and coats and sweaters of all kinds. Like, you see, there's the problem, okay? Too many people are putting an effort into having Down syndrome, like as if it was the last. See, there's where people get confused of people with peculiar needs. It's not written anywhere that we have to celebrate it. And I'm not... It's not something I want to celebrate. Down Syndrome Day and all this. Picture this. My girl has a... Picture this, okay? There's a disorder day. You know? On all kinds of people that can't focus. Now, my girl could... Now, me and my girl could go to it. But we shouldn't be celebrating that. It's something very small that she's got. It's so small, I'm surprised she's got it. It's like me. See, Down syndrome is just a small part of me. And this disorder that my girl's got is a very small part of her. It's not that big at all. Not if I really loved her, which I do. I used to be the poster boy 1,000 times over with Down syndrome. I retired from that way of thinking and that way of life because I don't want to be looked at like someone who's labeled or has a disadvantage that I don't want to be looked at like that. I'm not saying people are doing that now. I'm saying people have other things to worry about, not just Down syndrome or some I can't focus disorder. Yes, we got them. And people have made the mistake of saying we're made that way. No, we're not. We were made in the image and likeness of God. But we have either as a disability, which I hate that word, or a disadvantage, or a disorder. It's not the way we're made. That was the way we were made to think we were made. We're not made that way. We were not made that way, okay? We weren't. We have been made to think that we've been made that way, but we're not. But we're not made that way. We're people too. Rather it's under the skin or on top of the skin. If anybody deserves to be labeled, which I don't want to label, if anybody deserves to be labeled, it's the one who labels. If anyone deserves to be labeled, it's the one who labels others. I don't care if it's Down syndrome, Asperger's, autism, cerebral palsy. Talks different, stutters different. Maybe they're vision impaired. Should we support that? Or should we support life instead? You know, we're gonna have these things no matter what we do. Not a big issue, not a big thing. You don't see me going to vision impaired day. You don't see people who are vision impaired going to places that celebrate vision impaired day, do you? One, they can't see. Two, they almost have to be told where the water fountain is to cry aloud. Come on! That's what a helper dog is for. To help you. To move around for you. Look out for things for you. That's what a helper dog does. Or a helper cat. Or a helper tortoise. Or a helper plumber's helper. Like, that's what they're used for. I'm not saying people can't help you. I'm saying animals can do that same darn thing, only quicker. I'm saying that animals have a 99.9% chance of helping you faster. Someone's attacking you from behind, you wouldn't know it, but the dog would. He'd be burping his behind off. Sort of a sign to say, come on, let's get out of here. So let's put, let's put the labels back in the store and let the people go gracefully. They're not stupid. They are not stupid. They're smarter than someone who... They're smarter than most people. Let's put the labels back in the store, back in the shelves, and back in the, let's put the labels back. Let's put every label you think of back in the. Let's take the labels off the people and put them back in the stores. Okay. We're not loaves of bread, and we're not chocolate bars, and we're not steaks. We're not Minute Maid Jews or anything like that. We're people. My girlfriend's a person. Disorder. Pardon me. A bite went down my throat and never came back up. Make that a motorcycle. My girlfriend's a person, but she's not a milk container, right? She's not a container of milk, she's a person. The next time you see somebody going around and they are vision impaired or they have a need of some kind, I'm not saying don't help them. I'm not saying that. I'm saying watch what you're doing. Because the best way to help somebody, I'm not saying don't stop it. I'm not saying don't stop and help somebody. I'm saying you're going to get trampled on if you're not careful. You're going to get trampled on, and if you're lucky, you might get rocked all, and if you're lucky, you might lose something precious that you never thought you had. And if you're lucky, you might lose something you never knew you had. People with peculiar needs, and leave it at that. They're not special needs, they're peculiar needs. People who have disadvantages and advantages of all, people have advantages of all kinds. You don't need a PhD in your pocket to tell you that you're special. You are. You don't need a PhD in your pocket or something to prove you're special. You are. And shame on those people. Shame on those people for labeling. And while I'm at it, shame on those people who